Thanks everybody for tuning in to a very special episode of TALKN. This will be the first episode that will be going up across the Rock Metal Talk platforms and all the wonderful syndicated platforms across the internet. I'm so very, very excited. I'm so very, very honored. Thank you so very much to my wonderful co-host, Lips. You are truly an inspiration to so many, myself included. You're like a big brother, you're like a mentor, and I trust you, and I respect you, and that goes back and forth, brother, and I can't thank you enough. I'd like to say thank you as well, of course, to my amazing boss, Jay Stone at ROCKmetalTALK.com, and all of the hard work that we put into bringing you these great interviews, and all of the hard work that goes into just doing the whole radio show combined. Thank you so much, my wonderful, wonderful brother and boss. Thank you so much to all my listeners, of course, and for your support, and hoping that we can spread this incredible show as far as possible. Of course, thank you so much to my incredible guests. There's been just so many already, and it's just been an incredible experience. So grab a toke, grab a beer, grab a coffee, whatever it is you like to do. Sit back and enjoy this incredible interview. Thanks so much. For me, Kelly B, the Pop Pixie, Steve, and of course, ROCKmetalTALK.com. Also like to say thank you so much to RFL Records for your sponsorship, and thank you so much to all the RFL artists that have been on the show, that have supported me, and thank you so much to just all the artists. It's been a wonderful experience, but thank you so much, RFL. John Machuca, you've just been legendary in your support, and I can't thank you enough. So, sponsored by the incredible RFL record label, and a great family to be part of. I just want to give a special thank you to Roy Stegman of Fire Driver Records and Sister Keslyko. You are the other half to my projects here and all my events, and your never-ending patience and support is completely appreciated, always and forever. I'd really be unable to do any of my events or my shows without your help and support. So just wanted to say thank you so much, and I love you for it. So it's a combined effort between everybody to get these out to you, and I really hope you as a listener enjoy all our hard work. Thank you so much. We're going to get right to the interview right now, so hold on to your hats, everybody. Kelly B, the Pop Pixie.
Quite a few today.
Oh my gosh, how's that? Hey. So everybody say hello now.
Hello?
How you doing?
Oh, no.
Hey.
Hey, now I can hear everybody. I think it was my fault. How's everybody doing?
Okay.
Hey.
Alex, say something.
Yeah, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it was my fault. Hey, Liz, how are you today? Nope, he's still muted.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. We're still waiting on a bunch of people to join. But for now, why don't I let you guys introduce yourselves and what band you're all from?
You want me to unmute it?
No, you're good.
Hello. Jeff from Axmaster.
Nice to meet you, finally. How are you, brother?
Pretty good. Yourself?
Good.
Alex from Fear?
Alex from Fear. We got Jeff McGraw. Joe Sims. What band are you from, brother?
Master.
I knew that. Brian Corbin, how are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm Brian Corbin from Heretic.
Nice to meet everybody. And Lips just went off video again. Lips, what band are you from, brother?
Hey, Chris.
I guess he's...
From Axmaster.
Hey, everybody. Well, I think we lost Lips. I don't know. He'll come back, I'm sure. We got somebody else in the way. So it's so nice to see everybody. Thank you so much for doing this. We got one more joining. Wow, it's a full list. Look at that. I really think somebody should take a screenshot of this and just send it to me.
Oh, is it working?
It's working. Hi, how are you, brother?
What's going on?
Not too much. You want to introduce yourself and what band you're from?
Yeah, my name is Kyle DC, and I play in Invicta.
Hi, nice to meet you. Where'd Lips go? Anyways, everybody, so we just wanted to ask where you guys are all located, and what's going on with the music industry, where you're at right now with everything.
Yeah, for sure. We're all in Kitchener Waterloo.
Okay.
We most of us live in Kitchener, but our rehearsal space is in Waterloo. And our bass player is from Guelph.
Right. So you're
so-
stuck like Lips and I in Ontario, Canada, and things are shut right down. Welcome back, Lips.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me, Chris, and Jeff in Axmaster. We're located in the Akron, Cleveland area of Ohio.
Right? How's it doing up there?
It's all shut down.
Yeah, there's nothing going on.
Nothing going on. Yeah. What about you, Brian? Where are you at?
We're in Los Angeles, California. Nothing going on. Everything's shut down, and we're rehearsing just at our bass player's house, and we just get in his room, and yeah, but there's no shows. There's nothing happening at all.
And Alex, you're in Toronto as well with Fear. Lips, how are you doing with things? Everything's shut down. How are you feeling? Stressed?
No, everything is exactly like it was going with before. Doing everything, nothing.
Does anybody feel like a change is coming soon? Like things are getting better?
I kind of think so. I've noticed that there are a few places holding like limited shows and that kind of thing. And there's a general hopefulness.
Yeah.
But I think we're a ways off from it yet.
Yeah, I kind of agree as well. There are
We're
things
not even at the halfway
people are
point
waiting.
yet,
Oh, sorry, man.
I think this thing is three years long.
Yeah.
Is what it was originally predicted.
Well, I think we just need to stay hopeful. That's all. Is
Right,
everybody just working on new music and keeping safe? That's the main thing.
Yep.
Sure.
And we've been working hard. We've been in the studio recording a lot of new material, a lot of things coming up. And we're just waiting for this pandemic to get over so we can go out and play some shows.
Right, yeah.
Everybody's doing exactly the same thing.
Yeah, Joe's in a writing machine for us.
It's actually a real coincidence because right before the pandemic hit, we had decided, okay, let's just work on a new album now.
Yeah.
It's been too long to start working on a new album. And then about 2 weeks later is when the pandemic really started gaining attention. So that's basically all that. I mean, Jeff and Chris really haven't gotten into that as much as I have, but you know, it's all about a new album for us.
Yeah.
Here's a question to you guys. Is anybody writing music about the pandemic?
Well, here's something funny is the first song that we actually started, the first thing that we actually started for this album indirectly it wasn't intentional. We didn't know what was happening, but it's about the plague doctors.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of like universal consciousness, maybe. What about you, Lips? Is Anvil working on any music related to what's going on?
I don't think you have any choice.
All right, a big fuck you to the whole thing. Yeah, I can't wait to hear that.
I don't know. I mean, what it's going to affect it one way or another. One way or another, it's going to affect it. That's the way I see it.
Right.
If it isn't musically, it's lyrically. So
the bands that I really feel sorry for are ones that dropped an album right before this hit. You know,
with no chance to tour it.
Yeah, and they were figuring they were going to tour to support it, and bam, all that's gone. So, you know, what are they going to do now? They just put out an album working on new music is kind of pointless if you just put out a new album, you know?
Yeah. Here, I
Yeah,
know
well,
this is
I
a
was- I was
controversial.
exactly that.
It's a controversial question. It's a
This was
controversial
exactly that.
topic. And if you don't feel like answering the question, that's fine. Oh, my friend Sebastian from Sweden is here as well. Is everybody willing to take the vaccine?
I did
I mean, I want to
already.
wait a little bit. My wife took it already. She's a nurse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I work in pharmacy, so I've already had both of my doses.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
Well,
I think we all want to take it because we want to be done with it and move forward with our lives. You know,
yes, yeah. What about you, Kyle? You?
Yeah, I don't see a problem with it. You know, I'm gonna wait to get it because I'm not an essential worker, and obviously anyone who is essential should be getting it first. But I don't see any issues with it. The science seems sound to me. So
Does anybody know if there have been any adverse reactions to it?
Mostly just body aches and like pain, but I didn't have anything.
I had heard, what was it? Some kind of palsy reaction. Lips, did you hear that?
Yeah, that was very early on in the reports.
Mm-hmm.
That's very early on in reports. There's been nothing really that's
No.
happened that they can prove that
Right.
happened as a result. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm. Sebastian, if you can hit your video or sound, because I don't know if you can hear us, but welcome,
Hello
Sebastian.
guys, can you hear me?
Hey, we can hear you. We
Yeah.
can't see you, brother.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the video.
Thank you so much. It's very late in Sweden right now, so
Yes,
thank you so
yes.
much.
No problem. I will be joining, quite a bit at least.
So introduce yourself and your band, please.
Yes, I just want to get some video for you guys, but Zoom is unable to detect a camera. Make sure that your camera is powered on. Okay, but I can talk in the meantime.
Sounds good. Sounds good. What band are you from?
I'm the guitarist in the Swedish band called Reclaim the Silence, and we are a female-fronted metal band.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
awesome. So awesome. So we're talking a little bit about the pandemic. How are things in Sweden right now?
It's quite good, but COVID. It's really stressful because many people here lose their jobs, and we can't like everywhere in. I guess it's the same for you guys. The music scene and such. It doesn't. I don't know what to say about that, but COVID is COVID, right?
Yes, we were just asking everybody if
It
they
really
were
sucks.
willing to take the vaccine to play. Is that something you want to do?
I don't know. Maybe because it was really a fast creation of the vaccine, and I don't know if I can trust it just yet. What have you guys to say about that? About the vaccine?
A little concerned about long-term effects, to be honest.
Interestingly enough, the vaccine itself is based on 30-year-old technology, so it's not like they invented it now.
Right.
Thank you for sharing that scientific bit.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, because you have a background in pharmacy, that really matters. I know people are really, really scared about it. And, most of my American friends are very against the whole thing. Maybe it's just part of being American. But,
I think so.
A little bit of that.
I'm sorry, guys. But,
No, that's true.
I mean, we
It's
spoke
totally true.
about it on our last show, Lips, and it created quite the background controversy and argument. between a few people about it. So, you know, I know it's a hot topic. I appreciate everybody for giving their opinions, because I know, you know, sometimes even having an opinion can do so much with your fan base and divide them one way or another. So I appreciate you guys just being open about it. But let's get back to, you know, music topics. You know, I think that's great, you know. Anybody got a project they're currently working on that they just want to talk about for a minute?
Well, we got our new album.
Your new album, what's it called?
Oh, well, that's going to be mostly up to Jeff. You have any ideas, Jeff?
Well, like I said, the first tune was about the plague doctors. There seems to be a running theme in this. I was kicking around I don't know if it'll actually happen, but I was kicking around the idea of the plague among us.
Oh, I like it. What does everybody else think?
Yes.
Good time.
Awesome.
Hey, it works for me.
Right here on my show, announced first. That's so great. Thank you. Anybody else?
First album with us.
Pardon?
This will be Chris's first album with us.
Oh, well, congrats. You guys are part of the Pure Steel label as well, right? I have so many friends on that label.
Yep.
What a great label.
Yeah.
But anybody else got something they're working on they want to mention? What about you, Alex?
We've been recording. We've been in the studio with John Howard, which is our producer. He's from Threat Signal and in Monolith. We're working on like materials and stuff like that, and we recorded like a couple of songs, and as well as we're working on New York because of the pandemic, can't do much. But the good thing is we're taking that energy and we're putting it together to write more material, so we can go back into the studio and. Honestly, it's like really, really cool. It's completely different than any other past Fear stuff that you're gonna hear, and we're pretty excited. We just can't wait to share it.
I bet, yeah. And you guys are RFL, which is our sponsor to this show. Which thank you so much to you guys for being part of it.
Are you all able to rehearse in the same place?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask that question.
Songwriting and stuff like that. Are you able to go rehearse in the same place?
We're actually more rehearsing online. We call each other, like the other guitar player and I. We're like, I've got a little studio set up over here, so I come up with ideas and share it with the guys, and kind of like social distancing, unfortunately, because we have to follow the rules and regulation. But we're really, really active. We constantly talk, you know, amongst the band. We're in touch with people, like, you know, we're always in touch, trying to work out the best things that we can do, and utilize that time to write like some really, really awesome stuff. So, and it's hard, and we would love to jam as a whole band, but unfortunately we have to social distance and follow the rules, right? So hopefully it's over soon.
Yeah, actually, we don't even have a full band right now.
And
we it's us three right now, and our old drummer who played on our last album is recording with us.
Nice.
And so we haven't gotten together other than to discuss things. We haven't gotten together like as a band because, you know, Denny's just playing session drums, so we're just kind of doing this in pieces.
Right. Wow. Making the best of it.
I wouldn't have a problem at all about with the guys.
No, I don't mind.
Dances.
What about you, Liv? Are you able to get into record or to jam?
Oh yeah, that's a thing. I'm figuring everybody's doing that. Having said that, the three of us that are doing it, we're all coming from the same, following exactly the same pattern, not breaking the pattern. In the sense that you go home, eat dinner, go to sleep, wake up, do your stuff around the house during the day, go to rehearsal,
Right.
go home, sleep, and same thing every fucking day. They never do anything different. And both Rob and I carry on like that. The only thing that we have is our wives who go out and do the shopping for us. But beyond that, it's like the same fucking household. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. With me, it's going out shopping, coming home, taking care of the lady here, and because I'm her caregiver, and working on recording and mixing and all that stuff because I'm producing the album.
Yeah. What about you, Kyle? Are you guys being able to get together and jam or record?
Oh yeah. Well, about like 6 months ago, my drummer broke his ankle in a motorcycle accident. Well, basically like a year ago, like in March when everything happened, I was like, all right, immediately I'm like, show's gonna get canceled, everything. So I was like, okay, we're gonna write a new record. So the record is 100% written, and we should be recording in the next couple weeks. And so during this time, we've been, we don't really go out much. So we fucking we come here every once in a while, and we work on our stuff. We're safe about it and whatever. But basically, we were in the mindset of like we're not gonna let shit hold us back from completing the record and being productive, because once you're in a momentum, you don't want it to stop. So that's not my mindset.
What about you, Brian? Are you guys able to get together and do anything at all?
Yeah, we're able to rehearse. We like everyone said, we do it safely. We do have a rehearsal studio that allows us to go in. It's big enough room that we can be far enough apart. And generally, what we do is we've been pre-production working on a new record. I've had the album written for a while, so it's really we've just had a lot of time to analyze things and really make what we feel is going to be the best record. I'm sure everybody will reiterate on that. You've had a lot of time to really listen and work on things. With labels, labels are having a tough time now too, so we're kind of just biding our time. We're going to get as much material as we can. And then, but when the time comes, hopefully, mid-year something, it'll lighten up a little bit. We'll be able to start recording. We don't have plans to record yet, but we definitely have the album pretty much ready. Ooh. So it's just a matter of time.
Well, one thing that I've heard about, I'm not going to drop any names, but it's a very well-known guitar player who's been writing an album for his band, and he's had so much time on his hands that he's second guessing and second thinking everything and everything. And it's tough because you got to know when to say when you got all this extra time on your hands to say, hey, don't overthink it. Yeah, that's hard to do sometimes when you're.
I bet.
I really agree with that, because you can have something. Generally, in my opinion, the first stuff that comes out is what was meant to come out. Yeah. And then you listen to it. The more you go over it, you will overthink it. I try to stay with the original thought, and then my bandmates will come in and tinker with riffs and, hey, what if we do this different type of rhythm to something. But for the most part, the song is, I think you should keep it original in the way you wrote it.
Don't just change it.
Perfectly, yes.
It's hard. It must be hard to know when to quit and move on to another song, right? What about you, Sebastian? Are you guys able to get in and practice with each other?
First off, can you see me now?
No.
Ah, damn.
Great face photo, though. I mean, it's a great photo.
The photo looks great.
Oh, damn. Okay. We actually not rehearse at all right now, but we want to record some new songs, of course, like we all. But we have actually been to Reika, our front singer. at her place. One by one, we have recorded some acoustic
Nice.
songs.
Now I saw that. Now I have a question. Does
Yes.
she have as an amazing of a thick accent as you do?
I don't know.
You don't hear it. You don't hear it, of course. Everybody
What
else
accent?
hears it, right? You guys all hear that?
What accent?
Got French.
What
I'm
accent?
talking-
I know, we got our
talking
Canadian and our
Swinglish.
American. We all got one. But I mean, the fact that when it does not come out in the music, you can't hear that accent when you listen to the songs. I think that's so incredible sometimes.
It's cool, but because in my opinion, we just talk in Swinglish when we are trying to talk in English.
Swinglish. I
Yes.
like that. I like that very much.
Do a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, well,
I'm trying.
it's a great
But-
accent.
But I have a question for you all. Where are you from? I'm from Sweden, but are you guys from Toronto, right?
Well, we'll let
Yeah, I'm from
everybody
Toronto.
say where they're from.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Toronto. Alex from Toronto. Yeah.
right.
Chris from Cleveland, Ohio, United States.
Okay,
Jeff from Akron, Ohio, United States.
right.
Joe
Brian. Oh,
from Akron, Ohio, United States.
Yeah.
Kyle?
Brian from
Ontario.
Brian from Los Angeles.
Okay.
Lips, where are you from?
I'm from Toronto.
Of course. I'm from Toronto as well, but I'm living in London right now. So,
Oh, wow.
and unfortunately, we had somebody who failed to connect that was from South Africa. So, I try and get as many people as I can from as many places because I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
You
So
get different perspectives on things.
it does. You know, is Sweden looking like it's going to open back up, or are the restrictions
No.
coming loose? No.
No, it quite opposite actually. COVID is going really strong right now here, and we are trying to get the vaccine out as quickly as possible, but it's slow, really slow
Did
actually.
anybody hear about that Russian vaccine from a few months ago?
Yeah, Russian. It was called Sputnik, right? Sputnik 5. Yes, Sputnik.
That sounds really like, I don't know if you'd want to put that in you, but what about it?
Yeah, I had heard that like in September that Russia put out this vaccine and they never even tested it.
Ooh.
They
Come
Can
on.
they do that though, Jeff? Do you think?
They're gonna tell you. They're gonna tell you anything but the truth about that.
Right.
I guess. Maybe it's just different in Russia. It's pretty
No matter what.
messed up place.
But
Yeah.
I heard France did.
much like to have a vaccine that has never even been tested.
True, that's true.
But would they not be using the same medical resources or at least the same science research from the same sources, Jeff? Do you think, as the USA?
I have no idea what they're doing in Russia.
Or is the USA still not wanting to share with Russia?
We've got tons of different manufacturers doing tons of different research. They're all taking different angles on it. So, honestly, I couldn't quote to that. I have no idea what's going on in Russia, unfortunately.
And no one does, man. It's none of our business, according to them.
To them, yes.
I just heard Putin talking.
What's the thing in Russia? Vaccine does you?
I guess so.
Probably mostly vodka.
That's all you need.
Yeah,
I agree with that. It's all you need.
I mean, I get very, very sad to hear things like it's fake, it's not real, and I'm still hearing that from people, and I don't know how to take that really,
Especially
I
like
lost 4 members of my
spring and
family.
summer. I heard about so many people saying that it had to do with the presidential election, and it's like, wait a minute, they're not having a presidential election in, say, Germany. It's all over the world. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, ignorant people just it makes you shake your head.
I know there's a lot of there's a lot of insanity, and it's where it's really being derived from is fear. People are
Yeah.
really afraid. They want to point their finger to blame. They want to point a finger to be of fear, so that you should be scared of a cure, even of a cure or a prevention.
Right.
Don't take a prevention. You'll die of a prevention. Think about the philosophy. Is it better to risk your life taking the prevention or risk getting the sickness? Especially if you've got a compromised immunity, or your age might be a factor. I think it would be much more in your favor to get the vaccination.
Yeah. I think that the fear drives the anxiety, drives the panic. I mean, I've had suicides. I've had so much depression, so much anxiety, and I myself, with the forced lockdown, went into higher anxiety drive because of that. And that just creates all kinds of problems, which it has, right?
Yeah. I think many of us have done that. I mean, especially for the first like 6 months. I mean, after a while, you kind of get used to it.
Yeah, right.
But when you're used to being out there and you're used to having contact with people, getting completely cut off makes things like, really, really hard.
I think I just had to curl up in a ball on New Year's and cry. And my roommate was like, "Kelly, it's only concerts." And I'm like, "You just don't get it. You just don't get it."
Only concert.
Right now, it should be the most epic night of the year. You know what I mean? Everywhere. And it just wasn't.
Chris can really speak to some of these things because he's had COVID.
Yep. Yeah, I had around Thanksgiving for about 2.5 weeks. It knocked my ass.
Had it too.
I mean, I was just fatigued, like cough and fatigue, and just wore out. But I was fortunate. My wife and I both had it, and it was just mostly like I lost like 3-4 days on the couch sleeping, and
a fever.
Fever, yeah, definitely had a fever.
Okay.
But I mean, that's as bad as it got. A little bit of a cough, but I ended up with like a little bit of an inhaler afterwards. But I feel fine now. Once it kind of went through my system, I try to take care of myself. I had a lot of lemon and ginger and a lot of hydration just to kind of keep myself going and pull through it.
It's good.
Yeah.
You had it too, right, Lips?
Yeah. What you're describing is pretty much what I went through too. Well, they say 98% of people, that's what
you'll experience. Yeah. I think if you're healthy, I have a very compromised immune system and some pretty rare stuff. And I think everybody that's out there right now panicked and scared, that's exactly how I feel all the time.
Yeah.
You have more of a reason to than most people.
Yeah. And I just don't know when the vaccine will get trickled down to people like us, how long that will really take to reach the average person, right?
Just gotta hang in there.
Yeah,
right. Totally.
Because I lost like 4 members of my family, like in the States.
Oh wow.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry, man.
Me too.
And they're vulnerable, right? It's like if you have any respiratory issues, then you're screwed.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
Right.
And then I have people who are just living it like, I'm not going to wear a mask. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to go head on into the world and just go here, there, and everywhere and keep going. And I just want to cry. So I thank you all for sharing such positive stories, such difficult stories, and such positive support.
The way that I to look at it is I respect it, but I don't fear it.
Yeah.
I refuse to live my life in fear, but I respect what this virus can do to you.
Yes, yes.
And even if it has a political point, or it was created by Bill freaking Gates for some new world order, or we're all being microchipped or whatever. But I mean, if it's even possible that it's real, just respect other people enough to wear a mask. Like, what's the big deal, right?
It's no big deal.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. I still go to the gym. I wear a mask at the gym.
Yeah,
You know, it's you just make do.
I still wonder though how effective they truly are. Do you have a point on
me
that?
I don't have numbers on what it's supposed to be, but wearing a mask isn't about protecting you. It's about protecting the people around you, because it prevents the water droplets from getting past your face. So I mean, I ran into a guy the other day who felt it necessary to tell me about how he didn't wear a mask because he'd already had COVID. And I'm like, well, it's not about protecting you.
Exactly.
It's about you protecting the people around you. It's a matter of whether you respect your fellow man or not.
Exactly.
I think it's also really changed the way we deal with our ordinary lives. We're washing our hands more. We're not touching walls, railings. I mean, I don't touch anything anymore. You used to, as you going down the stairs, you hold the railing, whatever. You don't
I've never done that, and I should.
But, or even with doors. But we're washing our hands. We're staying more sanitized through our life. Wearing the mask, a little bit extra work. I think it's actually helping us, just because we are doing more to keep ourselves from getting sick. Just a normal cold. I haven't, knock on wood, but
I've kind of wondered if, because so many people are washing their hands more, using sanitizers, wearing masks, all that, if other things like colds and flu have gone down because of these preventative measures for COVID.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's an absolute.
Yeah.
That's a fact. You're not denying that. Yeah. But know this, and that's actually absolutely fascinating, is that the variants that are now surfacing in different places in the world, they are 10 times more contagious than the original. So these kind of things can be a variety of different levels of the ability to be contagious. So you don't get everything equally. So what happens is variants are usually caused by difficulties for this thing to do well in its environment. So it adapts. So the change that has happened in the actual virus is for it to actually survive, or to be more hardy or more contagious. At the end of the day, that's what variants tend to do. So it's even that much more critical that everybody gets the vaccine, because no matter what kind of mask you wear, you're going to get this.
Right.
It's just one of those kind of that's basically what they were saying. It's just it'll be everywhere.
Yeah.
I actually heard that there was a mutation of the virus that has turned up in South Africa that is completely resistant to the current vaccines.
Is that true?
I saw on the news.
I thought I saw something about patient zero Ebola.
Patient zero Ebola.
Well, there was in China. There was an outbreak of Ebola in China. And they made a big deal out of that. But what they don't tell you is it actually happens regularly there in that area of the world.
Yeah. Right. But we're so on edge right now. We're just so afraid that something like that could blow up. And it is really, really terrifying.
It is.
If this becomes completely resistant to our vaccine, then we're back at square one. And I mean, I don't know how long the vaccines are even good for, or if like you guys, Chris, if you've already gotten it, can you get it again?
When I heard you can, so I mean, I'm just trying to take precautions. But
does it make you?
Here, I'm acting like I never had it. I don't want to beat the guy that finds out you can get it twice. Right? I don't want to.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But here in Sweden, they say the vaccine only lasts in about 4 to 5. No, 4 months.
4
actually.
months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they're giving you 2 shots, so you can have it for a longer time. And what happens?
Thank you so much to my incredible panel of guests this week, and of course to Libs, and always to ROCKmetalTALK.com, Jay Stone, and all my listeners. Thank you so much to RFL, and of course for our Staking and Fire Driver Records. Thanks so much, everybody, for liking, sharing, and supporting. Please spread this as far as you possibly can. It's so much work, and there's so many people involved to support, and it's just too wonderful to not share with the world. Thank you so much. I hope everybody is taking good care of themselves during COVID right now. Just staying safe and staying sane. Reach out for an interview, everybody. Kelly B, Populism.